Hi, I'm Christina Applegate.
And I'm Jamie-Lynn Sigler.
And this is
Messy.
Hi, little peoples and bigger peoples. It's Christina.
And Jamie.
And today we have a guest that, the waterworks are going. In 2021 of July, I posted that I had MS because I had to, because there were pictures circulating around with me in a wheelchair. And so I got ahead of it. And I normally do not look at comments, but there was one comment that really stayed with me. And what we've come to realize, Jamie, we know this, that community, understanding, when we read our listeners' emails, is that you've got to find a person that fucking gets you, because nobody else fucking gets you. Hence why they judge you and all this other shit. Anyway, my point being, there was a comment from a woman named Cindy, and I wrote her back. And we have been friends ever since. We have never met in person, but she has helped me through the most tumultuous of times. So please, our beautiful listeners, welcome our sister from another semester, Cindy Locke.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome, Cindy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you remember what the comment was that she had put on your Instagram? Or Cindy, do you remember what the comment was that you had?
Oh, it was
or
Twitter.
Like the idea or Twitter?
I can't remember what I had for dinner last night. So no, I don't remember. I don't remember what I said. I have to be reminded what my dog's name is, so I'm good. No, I don't remember
I
at
get
all.
it.
Christina, do you?
It was something that, like, I don't know, it just hit me because, like I said, I never really look at comments on anything that I post because I could give a fuck about what anyone says. But yours was just like, hey, I'm here for you. And it was like this beautiful moment. And I felt so alone and scared and not educated about this disease that I had. And there you were. And immediately we started talking. And we haven't stopped talking, Cindy. And yeah.
So I think one of the main things, at least I know that I'm always curious about as being somebody with MS and learning and meeting somebody else that has it as well, is what was life like for you at the time of getting diagnosed? What led you to getting this diagnosis? What was life before? Because I think that this is always a way to, understand the differences of this disease and kind of, when and why it comes into our lives.
It's a long story. Are you ready? I could make it very long.
We got all the time.
Okay, so I got married and got pregnant very late in my life. I'm in my 30s. And our first baby, our first son, he passed away 18 minutes after he was born. So I was like 38 weeks, almost full term. And so that, I think, is what caused it to trigger, because I mean, I've had it for 20 years now, so I've heard so many things from doctors and other people saying that it comes on with like some kind of physical or emotional traumatic event. So if you have it in your body, it's going to come on that way, come out that way. So that's what happened, I believe, because miraculously 4 months after that happened, we got pregnant again, because it's just a hard thing to explain our emotions and what we were going through and why we did that so quickly, but we did.
You don't have to explain it.
Yeah,
it's what you did.
Thanks. And we did, and so I had zero symptoms or anything like that. So I had no idea yet. So then Karina was born, our rainbow baby, Karina, and Karina Hope is her name. And she was born a year and a month after our son died. So she was just this crazy freaking child, just crazy. Had me running around crazy like all the time, even though she was a baby, she was screaming her head off and everything. And so I think that was hard for me. She was a very, very hard baby, but she had to let us know she was there. I think that was her goal, was to let us know she was there and she was fine. She was even loud when she slept, so she was just telling me she was okay. So anyway, that's
Oh,
besides the point. I had no symptoms at all. I went to Germany to get her christened with her grandmother and with his mother and his grandfather and grandmother. And his mother was an alcoholic, extreme alcoholic. So we had so many issues. I mean, I almost left and came back home. I mean, it was so, so, so traumatic. Plus the whole thing with my baby dying and everything. I think all of that just
so
accumulated
much
into,
stress on you.
it was
Mm-hmm.
awful. So we had a horrendous time in Germany, and I started to feel one leg getting tingly and numb. And then eventually during that week, it moved from my foot to my leg, and then it started to go to my hands, which I'm like, what the heck is going on? And then when I finally was like, I need to do something, we were back at home. So in Germany, really all that happened was my feet, my legs, my arm, my hands, whatever, that was all numb. So when I got home, my face started getting numb and my mouth started getting numb.
Wow.
So, we were looking up everything online, of course, like you always do. And back then there was nothing about, not, we were like, okay, so it's either a brain tumor, something's going on with my brain, obviously, or it's MS, which I would die because when I was younger, I saw Annette Funicello and I was like, "Oh my god, if I ever oh my god,
That
if
was
I
the only
ever
one.
that would be the worst thing to ever get ever because I'm claustrophobic. And if you're sitting there and you cannot move and can't do anything and can't get out and you have to just sit there like she did, I was like, I'm gonna die. I can't do it. I would
Mm.
definitely I would not go through that. So, and what it was, yes, it was MS. But
Were you diagnosed quickly?
yes, luckily, even way back then, 20 years ago, I was luckily I had the right doctors apparently. Yeah, I'll tell you
Yeah.
something about my first treatment later, but the doctor was really good. He basically said, "It sounds like MS to me." And I'm like, "Oh my god, of course it's MS." And they had me go for an MRI, and right away they said, "It's MS." Luckily, I'm so lucky because I know people last 10 years without knowing what the heck is going on with them. So
Yes.
I was very fortunate. I don't know how that happened, but I guess my doctors were great, but
So there you are with a brand new baby,
mhm. She was 9 months old.
bare
Yeah.
barely coming out of the worst heartbreak I could ever
Mhm.
imagine. And so where did you go? What did you do? What were the things that, because there's a lot of, I ask this because there's a lot of listeners right now that are just getting diagnosed and are lost. So what was that moment for you? How did you find support for yourself? What were the steps that you took in that moment?
Well, luckily, I mean, there wasn't a lot online yet. I mean, there's a ton of stuff
Yeah.
online now, but there's a ton of shit. There was nothing back then. So basically, my doctor, he had been my husband is crazy, so he'll get anything
I
done.
love you, Cindy.
He'll get shit done. He'll get if you think you can't get this something's done, he does it.
I
So
got one of those.
he got me, it's so incredible. I mean, my son, I can't even, I'll give you freaking so many examples. But anyway,
No.
that's not what we're talking about right now. So he he got me in with this doctor that had you couldn't get into this doctor forever. He was so packed, and he was this older gentleman that was just the sweetest thing. And eventually he passed, but he was just so sweet. And he told me all these things to do, what I should eat, maybe, stay away from this, maybe stay away from that. I mean, it was really unknown back then, but he was just so incredible. And he gave me information on places to go, groups, things like that, the MS Society, go talk to these people, go to these. But I didn't go anywhere to any of the groups, probably for maybe, I would say 10 years. I couldn't deal with
Yeah.
going and seeing people. sicker than me,
Yeah.
knowing that's going to be what my life is going to be probably. I didn't know. So that's just what I did. I and my husband got every book he could possibly imagine. He put me on this strict ass diet that I it was terrible. It was basically tasteless food, like raw, tasteless. It wasn't vegetarian. It wasn't just
No,
no oil.
I think we kind of know exactly what you're talking about, what we're
You
not
know
going
what
to
I mean,
mention.
right? Like this dry ass shit, just to dry, like your mouth goes. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
There's no taste, and it just made me go, it down further because of the. And then he had me go to. We went to like acupuncture. We went to. I'm trying to think of other things we did, but we pretty much did everything you could imagine that you could find information on to go do.
Support for Messy comes from CB Distillery.
You know those nights when you just don't sleep and then the next day
What? What's
you're
sleep?
dragging, you're exhausted, everything feels harder. Well, that's where CBD from CB Distillery can make a real difference for you. Because it's not just sleep. CB Distillery has solutions that work with your body. It helps you with your stress. It helps you with pain, even mood and focus. It's all made with the highest quality, clean ingredients, no fillers, just premium CBD. So imagine waking up rested, enjoying your day without those nagging aches and pains. That's the real win of CB Distillery Solutions. That's why over 2 million people trust CB Distillery.
I love this stuff because I, as one of the many millions of people with MAS, or as we call it, multiple sclerosis, I'm one of the ones that was really lucky, and I have neuropathic pain that sucks. But man, this helps me so much. I'm telling you.
Yes. And so if you're ready for better sleep, less stress, and feeling good in your skin again, try CBD from CB Distillery. And right now you can save 25% off your entire purchase. Visit CB Distillery and use promo code MESSY. That's cbdistillery.com, promo code MESSY, cbdistillery.com. Tell me if you've had this. There's this kind of like this getting to know each other thing. We're like now getting to know your body with MS. And what does this mean? And you're a brand new mom. How did after the initial, onset of symptoms, did they calm down, or was this now sort of your baseline of what you were dealing with? How did you approach life? Were you working as a mother? Like, how did you move forward now?
Well, at that point, I was a writer. I was writing. So, doing actually, believe it or not, entertainment news writing. And I couldn't find words. After like a couple of years, I couldn't find words. I was writing a book. It's almost done. And it's been 20 years. So I don't know if I'll ever finish it because I still can't find words. So yeah, that was taken away from me. Dance was taken away from me because I was also a dancer. And it just started to feel like everything was being taken away from me. So then I started another business.
That's one of our things that we have together is you send me videos of people dancing and and I love it. I can't wait to wake up in the morning and look on my phone or my Instagram or whatever shit, and you just send everything I want to see, but and also like all the things that I don't want to see in that sense of like, fuck, man. But go ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to interject.
I know when I see them, it's like a love-hate thing, but at first, when I was first diagnosed, I'll tell you another thing. When I was first diagnosed, I couldn't watch any dancing. I couldn't watch anything that had to do with dance. I couldn't watch any of it. It just made me more upset. So that
I
sucked.
totally get that.
Yeah, so I just started a business and did that for like 10 years. It was just rhinestone apparel before it was a big thing. So I did that for TV shows and movies and people, just brides, a lot of brides and things like that. And so that I did that for 10 years. I had in a warehouse and everything, and I was fine.
Wow. And you were physically feeling okay. You had another baby too at that time, during that time, right?
Yeah, I had another baby, a boy. We waited 5 years to have him because we weren't sure what would happen. And plus I was
Mm-hmm.
like almost freaking 40. I was 38. So I was 39 when I had him. So yeah, so that was a choice because we didn't want Karina to be alone, because I didn't know how long I was gonna live, because we don't know right now um, how long,
Sorry, I'm doing a very sad dance that people can't see because it's just like that thing of
when
we
when
just
you're
don't
gonna die.
fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah, because, at that point, we didn't know, right? We didn't know at that point how long a person lives with MS or whatever. And I fall a lot, even though, I freaking probably could go in the kitchen and do, a double or whatever, but I fall a lot for some reason. I hit my head a lot. So
Mm.
I wanted to make sure she had somebody to live with her, have somebody, because we were older parents too. So that's why I had another baby, a baby boy named Joshua.
No. And so what brought you to HSCT? Because I know a lot of people have talked about this, especially in the MS community. It's a very charged topic. But we've seen some quote unquote miracles, and it's just this thing, as you know, like when you have MS, right? And you've had it for so long, and there's so much uncertainty. I'm sure you understand this, like, because I do this, like, I grasp at anything I hear, like, oh my God, is this what we've been waiting
Oh
for?
yeah,
Because,
me too.
our doctors tell us, like, listen, we're so close. Modern medicine, we're right there. We're right there. And it's like, you go back and forth of feeling like an idiot for thinking anything could ever change. But then there's that fire inside of you that, because you remember living in a body that was able, that was free. And so the idea of that being a possibility is incredible. So can you tell us about your HSCT journey?
Okay, so I actually tried to. I heard about HSCT. I mean, this was probably 2000, maybe 16 or something like that. And I heard about it, and I was like, "Well, that's interesting, but I don't really want to do chemo, and I don't really want to be away from my kids that long, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't."
Oh, right, because
I
you have to be in you
Chicago. It was
and
Chicago.
you have to be secluded, right?
Oh yes, I had to be away from everybody.
To risk any infection or anything, right?
You could catch anything. There was only like one nurse that came in to see me for a whole month. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Oh,
it was a lot of there were a lot of reasons why I was questioning it, and it was before there's been so much out. I mean, it's been, how long has it been since I got it done? Well, since it's been out, it's been, I don't know, 10 years now almost, I think, that I've heard about it. I did a lot of research. I was researching it along with another friend of mine that also has MS, and we ended up applying together because you had to apply to do this. Luckily, I have insurance that covers it because it was a lot of money, but
yeah.
it covered a lot of it, but not most of it, but it covered a lot of it. Anyway, so she got accepted and I didn't because I was so far gone already. She was brand new, and at that point, she was recently diagnosed, like I think probably 3 years or something like that. But now you can do it if you've been diagnosed a
Had
long
it for
time ago.
longer.
It's different now, but then it wasn't. So they didn't let me do it, Dr. Burt. And then I tried again and they accepted me. He basically went there and he said, "I just want to tell you that it's a big thing. I mean, you're kind of on the verge of not being able to get it done, and getting it done. So it's truly up to you." And he said, "I can't guarantee anything since you've had this for 14 years. I can't guarantee anything is going to work." So luckily he said that, and I was like, "I don't care. I just want to do it. I'm just going to do it." And so I did it, and it was a very long process. It was 30 days long, basically. Chemotherapy. I lost all my hair, which I was okay with because uh, if that means losing my MS, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was a long, tedious thing, and you just have to be really strong to do something like that. You have
Yeah.
to know that it is possibly going to work, possibly not, so it's a 50, I mean, I don't know if it's a 50-50 thing. I can't say that, but it worked for me because I haven't had new lesions. I haven't had any attacks. I haven't had anything since 2019.
Can
Wow.
I say I love you and I am so happy. So for people that are listening, when the words remission or something like that comes across in the media, right? It's very disturbing to some of us. Can you explain, like, what does that actually mean? Like, what does that mean, Cindy?
Okay, so the I don't mean that my MS is gone. I don't mean that it's gone at all. At all. I still have every single symptom I had
Mm-hmm.
from the beginning until 14 years. I've had 14 years of I have 14 years of symptoms still. I'm exhausted. I can't remember anything. I can't walk with my children without me thinking they're gonna fall over because I'm falling over with. I mean, it's the same, but it's not getting worse, and that's my point. It's the same. I'm the same as I was.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Like, I feel like
It
there's
halted
like
it.
this something that's going on right now of like there's a cure. There really
No,
isn't. And
it's
if
not
there
a
was a
cure.
cure, then we'd all be fine.
No, it's never been touted as a cure. I never thought it was a cure. He's told me since day one, it is not a cure, and don't think you're cured. You're just,
It's a yellow light.
hopefully,
It's a
yeah,
yellow light at
hopefully,
the stop, right?
right. But also, tomorrow I could have an
Mhm.
attack. Next year I could have an attack.
Mhm.
We don't know how long it lasts either. Some people have this twice.
Uh-huh.
Some people have it 3 times, had HSCT. I mean, it happens if you read some stuff about it.
Wow.
It's true.
Really?
And
Wow.
so I'm waiting with bated breath every single freaking day, like everybody else is with MS. What's going to happen tomorrow? Am I going to be able to walk when I wake up? Am I going to be able to? That's the thought I had every day when I went to bed, and to
Mm-hmm.
sleep for 14 years. Am I going to be able to walk when I wake up? I don't know. Am I going to be able to talk tomorrow? It's the same thing everybody else with MS has. Even it's the same. It's just that I did something I was able to do, which a lot of people aren't able to afford that kind of stuff. But fortunately, I could, and I was like, well, I have to do it. What if I don't do this? And
Yeah.
I have to do it. And then what happens if the next day, I have an attack and I'm, whatever, I had to do it.
You don't have to explain for a second why you had that choice and made that choice. I think anybody in your position would have made the same. Truly. I think that you
Yeah.
did what was you
Thank
knew
you.
in your heart to be best for you in that moment.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you, did you have any while you're sitting in there for those 30 days, and you've received this treatment that, could be life-changing in many ways. Was there any sort of spiritual, mental practice? Was there anything that you sort of leaned on during that time, or you were just kind of surrendering to the moment and whatever it was?
I was just writing, and I was just I mean, as much as I could, I really just talked I talked the story of what was, what I was going through. But no, I thought about my children, and I thought this is for them, and I mean, it was
Mhm.
very, very hard. It was it was very hard because I didn't know, because I guess you could die. I did at that point, you could possibly die when you're doing this thing. But
Mhm.
I mean, I could possibly die any day from MS. I
Sure.
could die from falling down the steps or whatever. So I was just sitting there going, this is good. This is good. This is, talking to myself basically, and, you know, trying to stay positive about it and hoping it would work. Just hoping it would work. I hope it works. I hope it works. I hope it works. Because it could work. It could not work. And I went through so much. It was just so much. It's a lot. You have this
I
thing in
can
your
only
neck.
imagine.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I recently in the last couple of days had people that really don't know me have some judgments about me because they saw me like stumble or something like that. And we have all those shirts that say, I'm not drunk, I have MS, or like whatever the fuck it is. But it's like, I don't want anyone to actually understand what we're going through because that would be a shitty thing to do. But it's like, I wish people just could just understand. And that really disturbs me on a level that you and I, Cindy, and we have talked about this ad nauseum. And I'm just like, fuck, come on, man.
Well, when people don't know, things like a friend of mine was at a gas station filling up, and she had her kids in the car, of course. Somebody called the cops on her and said she was drunk because she had MS.
Wow.
And so she had to sit there, walk a freaking line. Can you imagine having to walk a line? Walk a line what the freaking?
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
And how people stare at me when I'm walking with Nick, when Nick is holding my arm because he doesn't want me to fall. And people just, he puts his arm up a little bit, so it's very obvious he's doing something to help me walk. And I'm walking and everybody stares at me. Everyone just stares at me.
I hate it.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Hi. Yeah.
There's literally shirts that say, I think you sent me one that said, I'm not drunk, I just have MS.
I have MS.
And I was like, that is the best fucking shirt I've ever had. Support for Messy comes from ZocDoc.
Going to the doctor is important. Your annual checkups, the dentist, the dermatologist for a skin test. But there's so many doctors. We put off these appointments, and next thing you know, it's been 2 years since you've had your teeth cleaned, 3 years since you've had your skin checked, and who knows how long since you've had your blood work. Well, why not just book those appointments easily today within 24 hours on ZocDoc? Because ZocDoc makes it easy to find the right doctor right now, and it's all online. And listen, you'll probably be able to book an appointment before the end of this ad. That's how easy it is.
I try to tell my friends, because I have a lot of like Gen Xers who are like, I don't need a doctor. And they're just like walking around with vertigo or like falling down the stairs. And I'm like, dudes, please just go on ZocDoc. In like 2 seconds, you can get a doctor. In 2 seconds.
That's right. It's a free app. It's a free website. You can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors. Click instantly to book an appointment. And once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, so you're not having to deal with like any hold music or dealing with a secretary. You choose a time slot that works for you. You click to book. It's as easy as that. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/messy to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/messy, ZocDoc.com/messy. Support for Messy comes from AG1.
So AG1, I started drinking in the mornings, and I love the taste of it.
I do too.
It's like green but banana-y. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like,
there's
it's
a
sweet
fruity
and
flavor. There's sweetness
something
to it. Yes.
And I remember it changed everything with all my gut issues. I mean, I'm not going to say that it healed my gut issues because that's a whole other conversation. But you know what? It really improved that. And that's huge for me.
That's right. Keeps you regular. You're getting all of your vitamins, antioxidants, probiotics, things like that, all within just one drink. Now your morning routine isn't just optimized with AG1. Now your nighttime routine is going to get optimized with AGZ. Can you tell them what AGZ is?
It's a melatonin-free. It's a formula with clinically studied herbs, adaptogens, and minerals.
That's right. And they help you wind down and get quality sleep and rest. So when you wake up the morning, you're like awake and ready for your AG1. And when you're done with your day of feeling energized and healthy, you can take it all down with AGZ.
They need an AG lunch one at some point, but for now, this stuff is so incredible, guys. We're telling you that it helps your body, your mind. There's no artificial flavors or sweeteners or sugar.
AGZ is one of the few sleep supplements that contains both magtine, magnesium L-threonate, and saffron, which are 2 high-quality ingredients. They're supported by tons of research that when they're together, they support the body's need to calm and ease into a natural sleep.
If you're ready to turn down the stress and focus on the rest, head to drinkag1.com/messy to get a free frother with your first purchase of AGZ. That's drinkag1.com/messy.
I too use my husband's arm. My older son's just getting big enough now for me to lean on him when I don't want to bring out a mobility aid, things like that. So I understand. I too don't enjoy the looks. They break my heart every time.
Mm-hmm.
But other than an arm, what is the support system that you have set around you? You sound like you have a wonderfully loving and supporting family. And how has it been raising children with that as well? And how have they shown up for you?
Oh, yeah, I have a very, very supportive family, and they're very understanding. My daughter's 19 now, so she grew up obviously with
Yeah.
me. And the first time I fell was basically she was doing a little fashion show, and that's our little shopping center here. And she, I tried to get up, I tried to step, and I fell right in front of everybody. And that was our first, um, time with her. And so that was really hard for me. Obviously, I don't want her. And then that hits you too because you're like, oh my God,
Oh,
my kids are gonna grow up like this and be so
mm,
freaking embarrassed. But you know what they are? They're very empathetic. They're very, very empathetic, and they're very, very caring children. And they care about everything. They care
yeah.
about anybody that's struggling. My daughter, when she was younger, had to go around and find people that were asking for money to give people money. This is what happens when you have a parent that's,
Yeah.
physically,
Just say it, disabled.
Yeah, disabled. That's how they've grown up. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And they're very good support system. And how old is your son?
My oldest is 12 and my youngest is 7.
12 and 7. Joshua's 14. So he's almost as tall as his dad now, but he kind of tries to hold me, but he
Hmm.
doesn't. If I trip, he doesn't
He
he
can't
doesn't
grab
know
you.
how
Yeah,
to
yeah.
pull me back. Karina
Yeah.
tries. She pulls me back because she's obviously. But anyway, so yes, my family's incredible. My mom is, and my extended family is incredible. Everybody's incredible about it. I haven't had any issues with anybody in my family being negative or anything. Yeah, I have a great family.
I'm sure you had this as well, and I've talked about this on here of like I've had such especially like before I had my kids and even while I've had them, just such sadness about what this would take away from their life,
Yeah,
that
me
I
too.
couldn't be the mom I always envision, and I can't do the things that other moms do with them. And would they judge me for it? Would they be mad at me for it? And I would have complete open understanding if they did. And I don't know if you've had this, but my kids have my little one now is getting older, so he's following, I think, it's older brother's suit. But my son Bo, he's so loving and supportive about it, and always he's my biggest cheerleader. Like, you're walking better today, Mom. I swear. Like, you're doing great. And my little one, for a long time, would be angry about it. I want you to run. You're not like other. He would tell me I walk like an old lady.
Oh, I'm
But
sorry.
but that was very real for him, and
Yeah.
very, and I wasn't upset about it. It was just more of like, I was happy he was able to express himself, but it is a very real thing that mothers with MS have to deal with.
No, I missed everything. I missed everything, and I'm still missing everything. My husband goes and I stay home. I can't do it. I can't go anywhere. I can't enjoy anything Joshua's doing. I can't. Hopefully I get to go see his tennis matches, but I don't know. Will it be hot? Will I be able to go? I
Right.
don't know. So that's the problem. Like I miss everything. I miss everything. So
Do you have moments when you do push yourself, when you do give yourself, or your family gives yourself the nudge, like, Mom, we got to get out, we got to do this? are there things in your toolbox that you have? Like, what are the things that you use that help you participate in the things that you don't want to miss?
My husband, he pulls me,
Mhm.
makes me go everywhere. He makes me go. He makes me go. He finds things to take me to. He just wants me to get out of the house
Aw.
because I just sit here all day and, not a lot, don't do a lot, because I'm afraid to get up. I'm afraid to walk around so, um, really wanting to do things with my kids or with my husband, that makes me get up and go. But
Yeah.
I don't have the energy really a lot of times, but I just do it. So what can I do? But I have to do it or else disappoint them, like I have their whole lives. So,
Wait, no,
yes,
Cindy,
I feel like that.
we've talked about this.
I know.
And we all feel that way. And we're all going to put our glasses to the side and take them down because we are not a burden or a disappointment to anyone. Yet we
No.
fucking feel like that, man.
Yeah.
Well, I've told Christina this, that even in the times when I went to the baseball tournament, right, and it was hot and it was hard and it wasn't how I every minute of it was a struggle for me, and I was still there rooting on my son, even though it was difficult. We come home and I would put the kids to bed and then have my moment of like, fuck, that was so hard. But my husband would look at me and say, but you did it.
But you did it. Yeah.
But you did it. Go to bed saying, I did it. And I that is something that is pierced through a lot of that negative self-talk, because it's true. A lot of those times, Cindy, when he pushed you, when he pulled you and all those things, you did it.
Yeah.
And your kids remember that.
People can't handle it, and my husband's still here 20 years later. I'm just very fortunate because if you have a different type of partner, maybe they may not be able to deal with it, and it's not your fault. It's theirs. It's what they lack, not you.
Well, so you said, in the beginning that, and I too, when I was first diagnosed, I remember my neurologist saying, like, go to MS chat rooms, go to this,
Oh,
go
yeah.
to that. And when I had first gone, I was like, this seems so scary. This seems so negative. This feels too much. Like I wasn't there yet, and it scared me. But I think that's only because it was such a new diagnosis. It was so overwhelming. I had no idea how to even accept the fact that MS was part of my life. So to like go out and talk about it with other people, there was no way. Now, I know you reached out to Christina and you have an Instagram where you share so generously your life and your experience. Like,
say what it is, please.
Yeah, please tell everybody what's your Instagram name.
Oh, it's MS Warrior Mom Life.
Here we go.
47 at the end, because that's.
Do you connect with people through your Instagram? I mean, like, do you is that your way of finding community?
Oh yeah. A lot of people. I mean, most of my community probably has a chronic illness or MS or something. Anything like any other chronic illness, because I don't just post about MS. I post about just life with a chronic illness because it's brutal. I made that so, other people have websites, Instagrams as well for MS and things like that, which I like. But I just try to spread hope and make people laugh. I don't know, something.
Yeah. How has humor helped you?
It helps a lot. I used to be a funny person and I'm not anymore, and I'm sad because I used to make everybody laugh all the time, but I don't anymore, which sucks. And but it's okay. It's fine.
You make me laugh.
That's good. So maybe I do have a little bit of a sense of humor.
MS does not take that away from you. You should not. Don't let MS take your humor away. If it can darken it. It can make it a little. It can make it a little another shade.
That's true, but I can't think of things anymore like I used to. I was quick. I would say something back to someone, or I can't do that anymore, and that sucks. So that's like one of the other things I miss so much too, is being able to just like blah, 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 say something funny and make people laugh. I hate that.
Support for Messy comes from Iris-Store.
I love my Iris Store.
How much do we love it? Say it.
Love it so much. My Iris Store Illumina face mask. If you've heard us talk about it before, if you've somehow missed it, I'm going to tell you about it, okay? It's a dermatologist recommended at-home treatment with 360 medical grade LEDs. It uses red, it uses infrared, blue light. It targets fine lines, breakouts, sun damage, inflammation. You throw it on your skin 10 minutes while you're watching TV. It's so comfortable, and I feel such a difference. And now they have the Illumina neck and chest mask.
What? Wait, I'm sorry.
I know. I
What?
need this, please. Are we getting this? So this has 230 medical grade LEDs, twice as many as other top masks. It delivers this deep, targeted treatment for wrinkles, sunspot, dullness. It's lightweight, it's breathable, it's easy to wear while you settle in to your fall routine. Both masks are so lightweight. Both masks are cordless. Listen, this is the ultimate self-care move. They also have the Renew Calming Facial Spray, the Anti-Aging Eye Cream. Iris-Store has got you covered. So, if you need it right now too, give your skin the love it deserves. For a limited time, get a huge discount on the Iris-Store Illumina face mask with code MESSY at irisstore.com. That is code MESSY at irisstore.com for our exclusive offer on the Iris-Store Illumina face mask. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Unlock your best skin with Iris-Store.
Support for Messy comes from O Positive.
O Positive is not just a blood type, guys. It is a women's health company that offers a range of symptom-targeting supplements that support women at every stage of life, from their first period to well beyond their last. I have actually never thought much about my vaginal health until I've been in perimenopause, and it sucks, but O Positive has us covered. They have the best-selling women's health products on Target and on Amazon. Their urovaginal probiotics are a game changer. Okay, you guys, what these probiotic blends do is balance our healthy vaginal pH. It supports healthy vaginal smell. Who doesn't want that? It helps you maintain healthy vaginal flora. And these things can be disrupted from a lot of things like sex, tight clothing, sweat from working out, hormones, periods, all of it. All of those things can disrupt your vaginal health and lead to imbalance and can cause unhealthy things in our bodies. So this probiotic is a blend of 4 powerful strains, and it's there to help you.
Take proactive care of your health and head to opositive.com/messy or enter Messy at checkout for 25% off your first purchase. That's opositiv.com/messy for 25% off.
You said there are some newly diagnosed people probably listening.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell people a story about something that happened to me that I don't want to happen to any of you women.
Tell them.
Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay. I've been to probably 5 neurologists or 4 neurologists so far. And the first 2 that I went to, when you go in to have your appointment, you just sit there and talk and whatever. And tell them your symptoms and blah, blah, blah. Well, this next doctor that I had, because the first 2 doctors had passed away, one passed away and they sent me to another doctor and he passed away, unfortunately. And then the third doctor I went to, he actually had me undressed completely in the very first appointment. He had me undressed completely and put a robe on. And I'm like,
was your husband there?
No.
For a neurological disease.
Exactly. And you know what else about it too? Is they had passed that law that you have to have a nurse in the room with you when you're with a doctor. And I don't know what's wrong with me that I didn't say, what the hell? Why am I taking all my clothes? I guess it's almost to me like that scenario when somebody's getting raped and they just stay still because they don't know what to do. That's kind of how I felt. I felt like
freeze.
I just had to do it and sit there. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's going to see something. I didn't know what to do. So So he comes back in and he's like looking at my back and like looking, I'm like, what is he doing? He's just like, it's my brain, dude. And he like looking at my spine, like touching my spine, like that's gonna. Okay, wait, let me see. Is there a lesion here? It really hit me when I left. Really, that I was like, what just happened? And it was just like
that's
I was.
so violating.
Yeah, so I want people to know not to take your clothes off for anybody, any neurologist. I mean, that's ridiculous. So I've been, trying to tell people that since that happened to me, because it's so violating for what, for my brain. You can see my lesions in my head because of you're touching my spine. What the frickin', you know what I'm saying?
Why would he have had you remove your had you remove your underwear?
My bra, not my underwear. Sorry, not my
Your bra,
underwear.
okay.
My bra, everything but, well, I left my underwear on.
Yeah.
So he's one of the biggest neurologists in Orange County. He's on a bunch of different committees. Speaks everywhere on MS. He's just one of the top doctors. So I just want everybody to know not to do that. And I asked a few people that have gone to him. I'm not going to say his name, obviously. And they said, no, he didn't have me do that. No, he didn't have me do that at all. No. I'm like, well, what? Oh, why did he make me do that? Why would, I mean.
I'm so sorry that happened.
I just want everybody knows. All I want to do is tell them not to take your clothes off for a freaking neurologist appointment.
Is there anything that you have that you do daily that helps you? Like, do you do red light therapy? Do you stretch? Is there any type of therapy you're doing that you're finding is helping you?
Well, I do red light therapy for my face and my neck. Does that count?
Well, that's good. Listen.
That's what I do.
That matters too.
It's awesome too. It really does work, by the way. Anyway, so no, I don't, I mean, I try to eat healthy always. I don't really, I don't, I think eating healthy is important with MS. And obviously exercising is seriously important because there was a point when I didn't exercise a lot and I could feel my legs getting very weak. And I definitely stay freaking in the gym, stay working out, keep your body strong. And even though you may hear something along the lines of, doesn't matter, MS doesn't, if you're strong or what, it matters if you're strong. Definitely keep your arms strong, keep your legs, especially your legs strong. So yeah, I do that. I walk on the treadmill. I ride on my stationary bike, and I have one of those vibrating things that vibrates. Yeah. Those are awesome because they get your legs moving. Christina is the one that told me about that. So I bought one, and it just shimmies your legs and makes sure your body's moving. So those are really, really good as well. So that's what I do. I drink lots of water. That's about it.
Those are great. That's a lot of things.
No, I don't ride the bike every day, and I don't ride the treadmill every day, and I don't, it's not like an everyday thing.
Well, look, and I'm glad you said that because that's really important because I think when people hear stuff like this, they feel the pressure of like, oh yeah, this needs to be like an everyday routine. And then when you don't do it, you just give up because you think you're not doing it, quote unquote, right.
I try my best Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to do my stationary bike. I try my best. Sometimes I don't do it. Yeah. But I try my best to do it. And I try my best. I'm afraid to get on the treadmill right now because I don't want to fall. So my husband stands there and holds me while I walk for a little bit if I want to do it. I don't do that every day. I don't even do that every week. I do it sometimes when I feel like I can do it.
When you feel like
I don't do these things every day. No, I don't. So don't feel badly about not doing anything because it's just how you feel. When you can do it, do it. Just do what you can when you can. That's all I say. I mean, if you do something once a week, be happy.
Yeah.
That's exactly. I'm happy if I get something done twice a week. If I work out twice a week, I'm happy. I feel like I did something well. I feel like I did something good.
Because you did.
So, don't feel like I'm telling the people listening, don't feel, bad about not being able to do something. Just pick it up later when you can, basically.
We are so grateful for you sharing everything and loving on us. And we're going to end with a card that I'm going to pull. So here it is. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And so it is.
And so it is.
This show is executive produced by Christina Applegate, Jamie-Lynn Sigler, and Allison Bresnick. Our audio engineer is Josh Windisch.
If you want to show us some love, don't forget to leave the show a rating or review. Hi, it's Jamie. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know I am a paid spokesperson for Novartis, but this podcast is independent from my collaboration with Novartis.